G'day, wonderful listeners. This is episode 83 of Trev's Talk, and I'm your host, Trev. Last week, I left off saying that it is a fact that sometimes making small changes can lead to big things. Since last episode, I attended a Catenian meeting to give the members a talk on the Medjugorje Centre and the Medjugorje Scholarship Fund project I am setting up. Before the meeting, the members were enjoying a social drink and chat, and the members were from two different groups, and so were wearing name badges. One member, Steve, looked at my name badge and said to me that he had been reading a book by retired Archbishop Barry Hickey and had read my name in the Archbishop's book. My curiosity was aroused, and I wondered what my name was connected with in the Archbishop's book. And when I questioned Steve, he said he would email me an extract from the book so I could see for myself exactly what the Archbishop had written. I have had several meetings with Archbishop Hickey in the past when I sought him out for advice. I have much admiration and respect for him. I have seen him handle some tricky situations with diplomacy and intelligence, as well as seen lots of good works he has done when he was the most powerful Catholic in West Australia. He also presided over a Mass at Our Lady's Shrine in Mount Richon in the southeastern area of Perth 10 years ago, when I took private vows of consecration to do Our Lady's work through the Medjugorje Centre. I had also given him some chapters of my diary regarding future dreams, ecstasies and goosebump sensations I've experienced, and asked his opinion on whether he thought I was being contacted by the spiritual world. So I am not too surprised that he remembered me to the extent of mentioning me in his book. Anyway, Steve did email me as he had promised, and he passed on to me the name Graham, a Catenian member who lived in the same unit complex as retired Archbishop Hickey. Steve suggested I contact Graham to ask the Archbishop whether he might like a visit from me and learn where life has taken me since my consecration vows. I would love to chat with the Archbishop, so emailed Steve's Catenian friend, Graham, and asked if he would check out the Archbishop on whether he might like to take part in such a chat. If that should take place, I might get the opportunity to arrange a presentation to the Archbishop's complex residents and staff. If Archbishop Hickey heard my presentation and thought it good, then that might give me an entry into giving presentations to other Catholic groups. I am always keen to learn of groups I can pass knowledge to regarding Our Lady and Medjugorje. But right now, I must just wait and see if Graham gets back to me with an invitation by Archbishop Hickey to chat. Perhaps you can see that Steve reading my name in the Archbishop's book in the afternoon and then reading my name badge that very evening is one of those peculiar coincidences, or it is the spiritual world at work to give me a clue on what I am to do next. It is a case of a small thing possibly leading to something much bigger. A chat with a retired Archbishop could lead me to giving talks to many Catholic groups. As I've mentioned before, I receive hints and clues from Our Lady through future dreams, goosebump feelings and ecstasies, which lead me into doing good things. There is another way I receive urging to act for a good cause, and that is through meeting people. The other morning at Mass, a young lady called Mary asked me whether I could tell her where she could get information on pilgrimages to Medjugorje. I know a lady called Eileen in Glendalough, a Perth suburb, who helped me find out how to get to Medjugorje way back in 1990 when I travelled there. So I gave Mary Eileen's contact details and said if she still needed help, don't hesitate to come back to me. After meeting Mary, I asked myself, is there some reason Our Lady might have caused a meeting between Mary and me? And then I thought, could Our Lady be asking me to do something about helping people get to Medjugorje? This questioning of myself made me start researching how to organise pilgrimages, and could I do that through the Medjugorje Centre? Now that I've started to think about it, I can see that the centre should be helping people to get to Medjugorje. Then I remembered Michael, a man I have on my phone contacts from when I used to take communion to his mum. His mum was about 90 and needed some care which Michael used to provide. I had his number in my phone because when I used to call at his mum's house with communion for her, she would not always answer the door, and when that happened, I was able to ring Michael to make sure his mum was okay and get access to her for giving her the communion. I remembered that Michael worked in travel and used to arrange cheap holidays for his mum. So I've texted Michael and asked him whether he still works at helping people with overseas travel. I got a text back saying, yes, he could help with that. So I sent another text asking for a meeting to chat with him, and he replied that he was currently in Penang and would be home next Wednesday. I sent a new text saying I would give him a ring at a reasonable hour next Thursday morning, to which he sent back a thumbs up. So there you are. I've got a phone chat with Michael next Thursday morning to discuss possibilities of the Medjugorje Centre organising pilgrimages for groups to amazing Medjugorje. After organising that Thursday call, I jumped on the computer and did lots of research into group travel to Medjugorje and learned that if Michael would work with me, there is a great chance of setting up occasional trips for pilgrims to Medjugorje. Once again, a small thing, like meeting Mary after Mass, who wanted to go to Medjugorje, is leading me into a bigger thing, like setting up pilgrimages through the Medjugorje Centre. When I think about it, I probably should have got involved with helping people get to Medjugorje long ago, but aside from that, see how I took meeting with Mary as a hint or clue to do something good, like helping people get to Medjugorje? This is an example of always being open to the spiritual world for hints or clues. You too, wonderful listeners, can always question yourself when meeting people. Is there something being hinted to me by this meeting? Is there something good I can do? Maybe the spiritual world is just hinting to you to be a good listener for that person. The spiritual world does not always want you to do big things. Sometimes it wants you to do small but kind or loving things. Talking to you about how the spiritual world wants us to act with one another makes me want to direct you to a wonderful podcast you can access by going to website brucedowns.org and listening to Bruce's daily devotionals, which are short 10 or 11 minute talks. Bruce is an inspirational speaker and his daily talks are uplifting. You can also get in touch with me by emailing me at trevstalk@outlook.com. I would love to chat with you if you wish to chat about spiritual stuff. I'm your man. I have some to report on having an appointment with a CASA doctor and trying to get the medical clearance I need to fly planes, but time has got away this week. So, wonderful listeners, we have come to the end of this episode, and I look forward to your company again next week. This is Trev, tuning out.